What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony two times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. And before I get deep into this episode, be sure if you rocking with the content, hit that like button, leave your comments, don't be shy, I talk back, and be sure to check out that channel join button for exclusive content, one-on-one conversations, everything, uploads. Holla at your boy. But let's get into it. For y'all that don't know, Carmelo Anthony actually was born in New York, but from New York, he moved to Baltimore, Maryland when he was like 8 years old. Carmelo was playing ball since a young man. He actually went to a high school in Towson called Towson Catholic Center. But before all this, the beloved Carmelo was actually playing in the streets. A lot of people don't know that. He almost threw it all away. What you see right there, it's a Baltimore DVD made by Skinny Suge, a West Baltimore native, called Stop Snitching. Stop Snitching was big in the streets of Baltimore. Carmelo was actually on there talking about getting somebody head hit, talking about getting somebody whacked, because he had an altercation with a rapper from Baltimore. So they had Carmelo out there. They was asking him questions about the beef. They also asked him, like when he played overseas, what happened to his medal. He told them he threw it in the water. They said he went all the way overseas for a big bronze penny. So the league didn't take this too kindly. This one Carmelo first was about to go pro. This like right around draft time, stuff like that. Now, he quickly separated himself from this group of guys. He was on White Lock Avenue on this video. That's in West Baltimore. So a lot of people was confused, like, what Carmelo doing on that? But a lot of people don't know Carmelo got his name and a lot of his game from Baltimore. What I mean by his name, people knowing him, people knowing who he is, the points he was scoring, him becoming a basketball powerhouse. From there, he moved to Virginia and started going to school in Virginia. And that's really when he was about to go pro. I think that was his last years of college and stuff like that. Now, he played against like LeBron when they was in college, so they already knew of each other. But man, I just thought this was an interesting story because a lot of people don't know Carmelo actually was living in West Baltimore. Like I said, for y'all from Baltimore, y'all know where Towson at. He went to Towson Catholic School. He had a girl from Baltimore and all that. And a lot of people don't know his high school sweetheart. She was heartbroken because he left her when he made it to the NBA and started dealing with like industry chicks and women already established. This girl was just a hard-working college student trying to make it out the hood, and she felt betrayed because he got the money. A lot of people say when you get the money, you stay with the person that held you down, but Carmelo ain't do that. Now, recently, when all the police brutality happened, Freddie Gray, stuff like that, Carmelo went back to Baltimore and showed love. He went back, showed people where he grew up at. So I respect him for that because a lot of people actually think he's from New York. But he is from New York. But I look at it like this. If you born somewhere and you leave at a young age, it's really where you jump off the porch at. You know, where you get your first piece of at. You know what I mean? Where you first do your first little, your little stupid stuff, skipping school. That's why I feel like you should claim. But yeah, man, Carmelo wrote a book explaining him moving around a lot, him growing up in different places, stuff like that. Now, minus all that, when he went to the league, we can't take away he's a great basketball player. You know, he went to, I forgot who he went to first. Don't quote me on this. But I do know he went to the Knicks. He stayed at the Knicks. That's what he really got known at. That's what people was like, who is this young man? You know, he was a powerhouse for them. He was in the league doing his thing. He met his wife, Lala Anthony. They had beautiful kids. So he out here showing growth and elevation. And I like the fact that he go back to the city and he showed love. It took him a minute because I think for a minute he was still trying to figure out how he was going to break ties with the guys from the neighborhood. Because as we all know, when you make it to a certain level, a lot of people expect stuff from you and you can't please everybody. He couldn't go back to White Lock and give all them dudes money and buy everybody cars because he would have went broke. So you got to respect that. As long as he come back, show a little love, represent the neighborhood, might throw a few cookouts, make like a recreational center for the kids. You can't do nothing but respect that. But I just felt like this was interesting because he actually almost went a whole nother route. So that go to show you growth and elevation. Cause he could have went on there, said what he said. Things could have got out of hand. The rapper could have took it a whole nother way. You know, it could have been some gunplay involved, and we wouldn't have Carmelo Anthony. And for him to even be on a block like that at a time in his life where he was one of the hottest basketball players in the world, he was really tripping. Like Carmelo was jeopardizing himself like he was. Let's call a spade a spade because anything could have happened. You know, that's a dangerous neighborhood. They beefing, you know, it's a drug territory. It's a lot that go on around there. But I'm sure the dudes on the block, they probably told him like, bro, go do your thing, play basketball, get you some money, come back, show us some love. That's what real homies gonna do, man. But I just feel like Carmelo, you know, he came a long way. You know, from there, as y'all see, he had the all red on with the braids. He a young man. So that's what life about, growth and elevation. He got a beautiful wife now, a beautiful family. You know, he still playing sports. He still playing ball. He been in the league for a long time. So at this point, y'all know in basketball, after about 10 years, they be kind of ready for you to retire because there's so many young dudes coming in. And a lot of these older guys can't keep up with the younger guys. But he was like the number 3 draft pick for the NBA, I believe. So his jersey retired in Towson. Like, can't nobody else get that jersey. Can't nobody else get that number. And I think he actually won a championship when he was in Baltimore, when he was playing for Towson. So I definitely appreciate his contribution to the city. And I just wanted people to know where he grew up at. Like I say, I reiterate, he from New York. So I don't want New York people coming at me saying, oh, he from New York. But he grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. From there, he went to Virginia. So technically the DMV area, you know what I mean? And for him to be plugged in to dudes on White, like, I already know what was going on back then. You feel me? I ain't even gonna say too much about it. Y'all can put 2 and 2 together. But he was out there in them trenches with them real gangsters. So Carmelo might not be as much of a good boy as we think, you know. You feel what I'm saying? And then right there, I also heard he used to be in the projects, Murphy Homes. I did a video about Murphy Homes, the Itchy Man story. Y'all can check that out. That's where The Wire was filmed at. But you feel me? I salute Carmelo for breaking out that mindset and going on to fulfill his purpose in life and making money, taking care of his family, and leaving the streets alone. And that go to show you, man, you can start somewhere and you can elevate past your circumstances. There's a lot of people in the city that's good at ball. A lot of people good at a lot of things, but they can't see past what's going on outside. But Carmelo was able to see past what was going on in the streets and do his thing. And in my mind, he a Baltimore legend. You feel me? This the Baltimore way. This another episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Love, fam. I'm out.